The last time I interviewed you was after the draw at Leicester. Does that result today in the way that you played in the final few moments show that you've learned a lesson?
I think no, at all, because we have some chances to close the game, and we concede chances. So if you concede chances, you can concede goals. So I think we need to be more brave in that situation. Also because they give us more space to counter, so we have to be more brave on the counters, maybe take care a little bit more on the ball. But today the most important was done because we don't concede the goal at the end, and so we have the 3 points.
There seemed a different approach though from your team towards the end, blocking quick free kicks, conceding fouls in different spaces, accepting yellow cards at times. Does that show that you've learned a lesson? Because that seemed a different approach from United.
Yeah, sometimes you have to stop the games. We know they are quick on the counters, they are good on the counters, they have qualities up front. So sometimes when they come out, we have just to stop the game, just make a foul, take a yellow card. Doesn't matter. The yellow cards are there for being taken. So you have to be smart just to stop the game, just make a foul, take a yellow card. Doesn't matter. The yellow cards are there for being taken. So you have to be smart to take in the right moment.
In terms of yourself, obviously scoring the penalty, you got 32 goals and assists in 2020. Do you think you can get even more in 2021?
I hope. If that helps the team, of course I want to have more than before.
And obviously the team now level on points at the top of the Premier League. What does that mean?
It means we have to keep going well, keep doing the right things. Take care of the details and be clever, because it's a lot of games to play. So nothing to talk now and thinking and other things. We have now a big game to win. So now the focus has to be in the next one.
Can you win the title though?
You know, when you play for a club as Manchester United, you have to fight for everything. So, but as I say before, the point now is thinking game by game. But of course, you know, when you play for a team like United, you have to fight for everything you are included. Every time I say the same, and all the interviews, play for this team means play for titles, play for trophies. Doesn't matter which kind of trophies it is, you have to play and going for all them. But for going to all them, you have to win all games. So you need to focus now in the next one, different competition, but is the same focus.
Thank you.
What a year he has had. 30 Premier League games for Manchester United, 19 goals, 14 assists. Phil was talking about his influence prior to kick-off, and when you look at Premier League assists and goals, there we go. In the first 30 games, only Andy Cole has more. There we go. And Eric Cantona only had 27, Phil.
Sensational. Look, I think the thing on that list that probably needs to do is need to start winning trophies. To go along with those assists and that impact and those goals that he's scoring. But like I say, I think from when he joined 12 months ago, thinking that United were probably nowhere near Man City and Liverpool, even Chelsea a little bit, to now being joint top of the Premier League, I think it's a lot to do with him, and that's the impact he's had. I think what I like about him, he looks like a Man United captain, he talks like one, he's a leader on the pitch, and he's keeping his feet firmly on the ground, which I think is really important.
Could they win the title without him?
Possibly not. I'm not sure they can win the title with him, to be honest. I still think they're a brilliant counter-attacking team. I've said it before. I think against the big teams, the good teams, I think they're exceptional and will give anyone a problem. It's the question I have is when they're in possession of the ball and they're playing against Wolves, let's say, at home, and being able to break those teams down. There was, I watched the game the other day, there's just no chances and they're not creating much. So, listen, they're right in the mix, no question about it. They're joint top, they're in second on goal difference. But are they as rounded as Liverpool? Are they as rounded a team as Manchester City? I still think they're a step behind, and I still think it'll be a struggle for them to win the title. But the way they're playing, anything, especially in this season, all seasons, anything's possible.
Well, you don't get anything after 16 games. I know you're grinning. You won 6 Premier Leagues.
That's the best start to the new year ever, that. No, I'm just saying.
What do you think?
Hang on.
We're going to have a row here.
No.
Yeah, we are.
When you won those 6 Premier League titles, how often on January the 1st did you look at the league table?
No, but this is when you do start
How
thinking
often
about
did you look at the league
looking at
table
every
on New
game
Year's
now.
Day?
To do. Look, it's a long way to go. Look, I know I'm excited and a bit excitable because we're joint top of the Premier League, but ultimately.
Second.
Ultimately, there's a long way to go, and yeah, I agree with Michael. I think there's still a lot for this team to do. But you're talking about the threat to Liverpool. Liverpool are the best team in the league, in my opinion. The threat to Liverpool, I think the biggest threat comes from Manchester United.
Manchester City, for me, I still think they're much more of a rounded team. But hey, it's great that the Premier League, there's plenty of...
They've got
the 8th place team.
Two games in hand.
2 games in hand.
Yeah.
If they win them both, they're a point behind United. Just thought I'd point that out.
Yeah. To be fair, I still think Man United will be the closest team to travel them.
OK, it's a good job one of us is neutral here. When we come back, we will get managerial thoughts from Old 21. Earlier on, of course, David Moyes getting his first points back at Everton with West Ham this time with a 0-0. Thomas Souček, the winner for the Hammers. Everton, after 4 wins in a row, suffering defeat. And Manchester United, as we have said, at 10 unbeaten, they've beaten Aston Villa by 2-1. Jose Mourinho's Tottenham get things under. Souček, the winner for the Hammers. Everton, after 4 wins in a row, suffering defeat. And Manchester United, as we have said, at 10 unbeaten, they've beaten Aston Villa by 2-1. Jose Mourinho's Tottenham get things underway on Saturday at home to Leeds. Arsenal finish it away at West Brom, and then 3 games on Sunday, including Chelsea against Manchester City at the Bridge, and the match week completed with the champions Liverpool going to Southampton in the Monday Night Football. So, as Phil and Michael were saying, Manchester United 33 points, level with Liverpool, and at the beginning of November they were 9 points behind the reigning champions. Now they are level, and they are 4 clear of Leicester and Everton. Villa still on one of those teams on 26 points that do include West Ham after their win earlier on. Liverpool at the top of the Premier League, but in the second half it was certainly eventful. They were pegged back at 1-1 from a quickly taken free kick.
Yes, and I think Manchester United will be disappointed with the way they defended the free kick in particular. I think Martial there's got to stand on the ball and let Wan-Bissaka get into position. As he doesn't, it leaves Grealish on his own. Ball gets crossed in. Fantastic first touch from Traore. Brilliant with his right foot. You see here, we think there, Phil, that probably should just stop that free kick.
Well, he's got to sprint back into his position. He's got Martial there that'll block the quickly taken free kick, and he's just got to sprint back into position. The minute he doesn't, Grealish gets into the box, backs off from McTominay. That touch from Traore was brilliant. And Villa, to be fair, deserves something, a goal from the game for all their endeavours.
It was an open second half, Michael, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a good watch, to be fair. It could have gone either way. I've always felt Manchester United just had the upper hand. But a couple of little details like this, just basic things like not... Sometimes it might mean that you get a yellow card if you stand on it and block it, but it means that your man's going to get back and pick up his man. So, yeah, a couple of little things there. Obviously, the penalty was the next decision to look at, but no, it was a good game, and it could have gone either way, as I said, even to the last minute. Any debate about the awarding of the penalty?
No, I think it was a good decision from Michael Oliver. There was a clash of legs, just a clip on the back of Paul Pogba. He did really well from the throw. You see there, he just opened up that his left-hand side, let the ball run across him. Now he's grappling with him, and he just clips his legs there, Louise. He's unlucky because he's trying to get in front of him. You see there, his arms are coming across him. So big, Paul Pogba. There, just a little clip there. Unlucky, but it was a penalty.
Michael?
Yeah, I think it was a penalty. You know me, I'm just not quite sure on a lot of these little touches easily this season, but I thought that was enough for a penalty.
And what did you think about the clinical finish from Bruno Fernandes?
Well, you don't have any doubt that he's going to score. He's got a great record. He's got a great style and technique from the penalty. He waits for the keeper to go, fires it into the corner. Look at him staring straight at the keeper, fires it into that corner, and he's the man of the moment, really, at this moment in time.
His style and technique changed, though, for this one, Phil, because he normally does the big jump, doesn't he? And he missed that one out this time and whipped it across. It was more like a Van Nistelrooy finish, whacked it into that corner. Unstoppable.
Now let's leave this man to talk about finishing for a moment. What about defending that really wins points, as you keep telling me? Eric Bailly in the very last minute.
Yeah, and us defenders don't get paid as much as the forwards, but ultimately we do save games like this as well. No, it was brilliant defending. Look, it was a scramble, there was nervousness, there was panic. Maguire loses it, Davis, he just throws himself at the ball, Bailly. I love this bit, the clearance and then the drop to the knees, Michael, and everyone comes on and piles on him at the final whistle. It's fantastic.
Not just goal scorers are allowed to do that, you know.
Well, it was all right. But what I did like was this: all the substitutes, I should say, all the players all coming, and there seemed to be a real team bond, you know, real togetherness. And for a player that's been out for a while, you know, I think there's almost a little bit of empathy within the team to say, you're one of us as well now. You're going to have a big part to play in this season. And I thought that was a telling sign when a squad are together like that.
Do you know, there was 20 minutes to go in the Wolves game the other day, and you could smell there was a belief in the team. You know, Ollie put a couple of subs on. There was shouting from the stands with the substitutions. There was that togetherness. You saw it again tonight. They go back to 1-1. They get the penalty, and then they're putting the bodies on the line. There is